On Friday, December 5th, 2014, in Durand, Wisconsin, the Hmong communities in Wisconsin and Minnesota held a peaceful rally to show the Pepin County District Attorney and the Sheriff's Department that the Hmong community will not stand for any more violence against its people. December 5th marks 1 month since the beating of a Hmong hunter, Sao Lu Vang, by Kevin Elberg in Pepin County. The rally is a collaborative effort between volunteer Hmong students, organizers, and community members from across Wisconsin and Minnesota to demonstrate a peaceful justice. It began at 12 p.m. in Tarrant Park in Durand, Wisconsin. After Hmong TV witnessed the rally, we pulled over at Durand Travel Stop on Durand Street. We found bumper stickers that read, "We are full. Stay the hell out. USA." This left us questioning the statements made by several people denying that any racial discrimination took place in the altercation with Sao Lu Vang. What are we teaching our children by placing these bumper stickers on our cars or even having them on display? Watch what the Pepin County Sheriff says at the rally next, and make sure to leave your comments below.
Tin cha phong dư Hmong TV yo cho pe mo sai re sai rõ theo một tiết kế thì cứ trong cha ta xin ni bỏ nó lu lan nó giờ lu lan một chợ một bia theo một vải lu lan đó nó hồ thì Nine Dragon Liquid Store nhớ đơn đó nốt thành phò nữa nhớ đó cho cái bây giờ trâu cầu cái bây giờ trâu đó cho cái sĩ chùa kiến đó lúc mình mà kiến đó nó chỉ giờ cho cái cổ ý một ý thủ West 这给闽南要么诺土少样的路况呢，个一天闽南是错的呢，这给个一天闽南是错，这给被就都还未熟呢，你那是要啥到对酒店边的那那简单中多做到那多给 liquid store 要到的诺正跑呢，都是东要到之一下下顺，包做下机，一种机都是东要到之一。下ส่วนเปล่าจั่วชาจีก็มารู้แวนก็จะเท่าตัวตัวนี้ต่อนี่เขาเช่าแล้วตอนนี้วันนี้เจเลยยันดอกเขาเช่าเฟียโนฮงเลยเท่าตัวต่อจะเช่าว่าพอดีล่อนี่สาเตาตอนเตานี่จิมุจะเช่ล่อเท่าเลยนี่จิมุเชื่อย้อนจงหูเตาล้านเจอว่า Nine Dragon Liquid Store นอนเราจะ deliver ตัวนี้อย่างนี้อยู่จะก่งเกดอโซจะละเท่าตัวนะจิตาลินเดียจะตัวละเท่าตัวอันนี้อยู่เตาชันเดนี่สิจิตานะล่ะชาวยูเซียเราอยากการจะว่าบอกเราอยากจะเกมเบียวนี่สิตัวเต็นเดอหรือยังการจะการที่จังรีฟันนี่เขาเนี่ยวันนี้จีซีจะเจอในจะการตัวนี้ที่สิน้อยอีตัวมองก็เชื่อจงมองที่กะมองเครดิตตัวมองตรงนี้เนาะจนจงชอบหมดตัวหรือจนหนึ่งเราชอบหมดตัวหรือตู้วันนี้จีฮูนี่ตู้ฮูนี่เดี๋ยวนั้นมาที่ยาตู้ว่าคำนี้เที่ยตู้ฮูนี่ลีแต่ฉันเอาไปก็เข้านำมาที่ยาตู้ต่อใจนี้นะเจ้า information ย้อนเดินทีวีสกรีนก็เจอก็ฮูโตก็จะต่อ 9% discount
We do not have a lot of violence. We do not have a lot of victims of violence, but we do have victims. There's sexual assault victims. There's a lot of victims from women who have been violated. And the list goes on and on. But Pepin County is not a violent place. It's not a place where a lot of violence takes place. You know, in an incident like we have here, it left a mark on Pepin County. But it does not identify us. It's not who we are. And I want you to know that.
Thank you.
I don't know what more I can say, how I could help you, you know, in taking care of your fears. I don't want you to feel fearful about being in Pepin County. It's not a place to let your fears linger. We're a peaceful people, and we want to continue to be a peaceful people. And so, with that, I would just like to say I'm very sorry for what happened to one of your people, and we will be with him. and our thoughts and our prayers. Thank you very much.
Sheriff John Andrews, I have actually one question for you, and that's it relates to sort of the racial demographics of Pepin County. More than 90% of the population is white, and so we know that without a lot of exposure comes a lot of ignorance, and ignorance, good or bad. But this influences the way that people do their work, the way that they perceive others, especially others who are different from them. And in that context, how does race-based preferences permeate Pepin County Sheriff's Department? And in the future, how would this be addressed?
Well, I don't feel that this, as far as we're concerned, when we do an investigation, we don't look at your skin color or who you are or what you are, or how rich you are, your wealth, your status. That isn't something that's considered in any investigation. It shouldn't be. The old lady is blind. It's equal. Everybody's equal. We're all Americans, and we got to live like Americans. I'm not saying that this is true in all cases across the country, but I do know, yes, we're all white, or mostly white here in Pepin County, if you want to call us white. There's probably some Indians. I got a little Indian in me. There's probably some Polish people. You know, we make fun of one another. We make fun of our heritage or one another's heritage. I grew up in an area in this county where there was a lot of Norwegians and Swedes. The jokes go back and forth. But no, we're not racist. This is not a racist community by nobody's standard. And we'll never be treating people any different than we would want to be treated ourselves.
Amen. Boom! We'll be safe in the woods, in the streets.
Nhớ rằng ý trong nhiệt chỉ có tin được chạm họ thiết chùa cú giờ giang phèn từ chú chọn chúa chờ sinh nhân trong thành phố thành Minnesota lúc nào cũng một lời rong xia yếu cha sọ tôi đồn sẽ được bảo hải tiền giờ lần từ mua mỏ tàu khâu thua đã chỉ thọ hồ sọ tông tôi được cú tu sọ tông giờ trâu chỉ ý awesome trâu awesome trâu chỉ ý awesome trâu awesome cú khó chờ một chua giờ ý trâu ó cho cái Pennsylvania Avenue West nhớ hông F nhớ chỉ cầu tới cho cái Pennsylvania thiết cho cái không một kỳ đun ra nhớ tới lúc ta là chấp buộc cú sa tí dễ trôn tới lúc lăn sa cho lốt phải holiday giờ lên từ mua lồng nụ đã chỉ tháo hú cho cú giờ tây này sao tông nền gọc bao số mông sa cho chua tô cho nhớ tăng lá li on hú sư cho này là lũ mua li nó sư rong xuyên đầu một chỗ.
Just want to recognize that we are on Ho-Chunk land, which is, I think that's something that we need to acknowledge and talk about. And as Indigenous people who have been displaced, resettled, and are continuing to assimilate but also go through oppression, we have to recognize that as Indigenous people that even though we are people without a land, that we're here, that this land that we're on, that we're so privileged to be on, there are people before us that were here. And so, with that said, we want to invite Tracy Littlejohn from Ho-Chunk Nation.
Good afternoon. We are at the northwest edge of what was once Ho-Chunk territory and also where the Dakota people lived a long time ago. while we were marching, someone drove by and they had a no trespassing sign in the window of their truck pointing at it. I know a little bit about trespassing. I, until recently, worked for the Hmong Cultural and Community Agency in La Crosse. And I have to say, I can't tell you how proud I was to find out that the students in La Crosse area and throughout the state came together to say, no more hate. To come together for not just an elder, but for a warrior. Ho-Chunk people put our warriors at the highest degree of respect. And to know that someone who fought to make sure American white soldiers made it home. That is a deplorable thing to happen. Before I came up here, I went and I poured tobacco. That's the way we do things. I poured tobacco and I sent prayers up to the Creator, asking to watch over all of us and to thank Him for the guidance that was provided to all of the students. This has been an amazing turnout. 4 days. I heard it on the radio on the way up here. I saw the news reports. I saw everything. That you definitely have to give yourself some credit. This has been great. I know we are all angry and disappointed at how long it took for charges to be pressed against Albert. And I pray that that's because the Sheriff's Department truly did make sure that every T was crossed, every I dotted, because we want to make sure that there is no way that Albert can get away with what he did. No way. And we will be watching at all times. So many of us plan to come here when he's in court. We are all Indigenous people. I consider the Hmong people just like another tribe. And I understand how it feels that you have to be here because you were pushed out of your own land. I understand that. I understand the assimilation that's been forced upon you.
Justice for the covenant people.
Yes. I have no way to really relate how much I feel like you welcomed me into your community. I feel like you are family to me, and so I hurt just as much because no man should have to face fear because he's trying to feed his family. That is how Indigenous people are. We're not out there just to hunt. We're out there to feed our families. And now, will Saulu ever be able to do that again? We don't know. We pray that he can. But chances are that he can't, and that is not right for anyone. No matter what color they are, what their ethnicity, no one should be afraid to take care of their families. I want to make sure that down that hill, because that hill wasn't on the map. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't either. Down that hill, they can hear us. No more hate. 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 I want to say what iniganap Chanel? No, what iniganap we, sorry, and watch out.